Today we're talking about Marathon because we just got some very strange sales numbers. Apparently, Marathon is selling like crazy.
Stop with those excuses, Jimmy. Stop with those excuses, Jimmy. Stop with those excuses, Jimmy.
It's one of the highest selling games of the year.
Stop with those excuses,
and I want to
Jimmy.
discuss this as a person that's put almost 100...
The game hasn't even been out for a year. What do you mean the best-selling game of this year, bro? The game didn't even sell better than Crimson Desert. The game is flopping. It's failing. I mean, ain't nobody playing this game.
100 hours into it. Why? I very much hate this game.
Oh, you see that? You know, it's the best-selling game that everybody hates. Let that make sense, everybody.
If I understand what they're trying to do, it feels like there's something just deeply baked into the entire gameplay loop.
Yeah, it's called that PlayStation insignia.
It is making people very much against it.
Whether Stop with those excuses, Jimmy.
There's something about Marathon that feels
Stop with those excuses, Jimmy.
And I want to discuss this.
Stop with those excuses, Jimmy.
Themselves, even the last group of people that are playing this game, seem baffled by its seeming success.
There's no success with this game. This game had a budget of over $300 and $400 million. And you was out here telling people it was a success because if this was Airbox, they'd be out here dead. I mean, this game could even have 100,000 concurrent members in the first month that this game came out. And what's even more laughable about it is the fact that PC through Steam is the one that's carrying this game. Are you sure that Sony really wants to pull games off PC and Steam platform, considering that they're buying your games more than the people on the PlayStation 5 because y'all too busy buying Airbag games? That's why Starfield was the #1 pre-ordered game on your platform. You people ain't buying games either, as far as I'm concerned. You people ain't nothing but a bunch of liars.
By revenue, which is notable because this is a $40 game, which means that just by raw dollars earned, this earned a surprising amount of maybe, tens of millions, 50 million, $80 million.
Which is still not enough to cover the budget of the game, which also therefore means that the game was a flop. Concord 2.0.
It's pretty crazy.
Fair Games is right up next. Let's go.
Out of millions of copies this may have actually sold. I mean, it's still probably less than they need by a long shot. I mean, this game probably cost about $250 million to make.
Closer to $300 to $400 million, to be exact.
By most leaks, but even still, we know for a fact they actually just said that Resident Evil Requiem is the highest selling game of the year by a huge margin. So the fact that this is even slightly beneath it, now again, obviously isn't the release month of Requiem, so it's...
Exactly. And that's what you people are not understanding. See, the funny thing is, you got a game like Marathon, which is multi-platform. And I bet he's going to go as far to say, oh, look at that. It did better than Pokemon Pokopia. But yet, the Nintendo Switch 2, even though the hardware is selling well, there's not that many Switch 2s in comparison. The Xbox Series S's and X's, PCs, as well as PlayStation 5 platforms. So I would assume that Marathon could do better than a system that only has 17 million hardware sales. I mean, damn, the Switch 2 just came out. It is right behind Marathon.
After the main bump of Requiem sales. But it is crazy that, look at this. This is some of the highest selling games. These are the two other highest selling games of the year. So there's MLB.
I thought y'all said Black Ops 7 was dead. Look at that. It's still charting from last year.
WWE 2K16. The fact that
I thought nobody bought Call of Duty Black Ops 7. That's what you said.
More than Poketopia, Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto 5. These are games that are always in the top 10.
Exactly, which also means that nobody is buying these games. So you comparing that, oh, look at that. These games, exactly. Because nobody's buying these games anymore. That's why these companies focus so much on the first 1 to 2 months of a game's sales growth, because they know as time goes on, that is just less and less sales. You can tell if a game's successful based off its first 2 months. Companies know the longer the game's out, the less and less it's going to sell. It is what it is. You guys think it's going to sell more. Obviously, it will, but it just goes to show you that the growth is finally over. If people didn't go out and buy the game like crazy when it came out, they're not going to buy it 1, to 2 years down the road. And if they do, they're going to buy it at a severe discount, which also eats into the budget of what they wanted you to pay for, which was $70 to $80, which also means that they're not getting the money that they're supposed to, even though they've sold the game to you. So you guys don't know how this works. It's so funny how you guys want to be financial advisors of these companies, but yet you don't understand how these finances work.
But I'm actually surprised that it even ranked this much. So obviously, this is probably...
Just like how Starfield was the #1 pre-ordered game on PS5, it only sold 144,000 copies. That just shows you that people don't really buy games, guys. That was the #1 pre-ordered game on PS5 when that game came out. Y'all like, oh, it only sold 144,000. Yes, but guess what? It was the best-selling game on your platform during that month. Because you know why? Because nobody else is buying anything else, and it's the newest thing that's out for your console. So therefore, for the month, not for its entirety, it sold better. I don't even think Marathon even sold better than Pokopia. It might have, maybe due to the whole multi-platform strategy, but I heard it only sold 1.2 million. So I don't know. Maybe that has more to do with it. Like, what month did Pokemon Pokopia came out? That means that whatever month that game dropped, they made their 2.2 million quick off the bat, and then they haven't really made much sense. You see how fast games die, guys? Nobody cares. Y'all thinking, oh, just give it time. They're going to buy the game later down the road. No, those games don't chart no more. If they don't do good in the first 2 months, it's done.
Still not enough. We're talking high sales, but usually it seems like every game, especially when it comes to live service, if you're not in the top 1 or 2 of your release month, you're usually kind of doomed to failure. Now, famously, a big reason I feel like everybody hates live service is because these games always get shut down at this point.
I mean, sure, because those are the games that people are playing. I mean, yeah, maybe in regards to other games that come out that happen to be live service, but not live service and subscription games in general. Fortnite, Roblox, you guys already know these names, these lists of games that I'm about to say. Those games are doing quite well. It's just the newer ones.
Live service development is extremely expensive because typically the way you make games right now is you grow the studio as the production goes on, right? We originally have artists, some concept people, some early writers, some people if they sort of pivoted the flavor of it. What if they did straight up make it free to play? Now,
I mean, damn, I feel bad for anybody that bought this game in the month of March. They already thinking about making this game. They better give y'all some extra skins or something. I mean, this is crazy, bro. I mean, you guys, this just goes to show you that nobody wants to buy games anymore. Look, make it free to play. I mean, obviously it's a suggestion, but the fact that you guys are even mentioning this, the fact that this game just came out, last month, shows you that nobody likes buying video games. And the only way they want to play it is through maybe a free-to-play model, and even then, that might still not salvage your game, because look at games like Highguard, as an example. That game died in 2 weeks.
Paul Tassie's been writing a lot of articles about
Tom
the failure of it, but how this is a difficult game to really talk about because it is a game that is fun.
It's so fun that you just said at the beginning of the video that you hated it. You coping, bruh. You was coping. You don't even like the game, but you feel the need to defend it for some reason.
There's very sharp shooting, some interesting world design. I love the color palette, but something about this game feels like it's missing. It feels sort of soulless in a way that's kind of strange. Now, he is clear to say that more people will play later, even in the afternoon, just not a lot of people playing it. And we know from the sales breakdown, 70% of the players are on PC.
But yeah, you guys said PS5 is doing good because of exclusivity. But yet 70% of the people that bought the game happen to be on PC, which is Steam, which you guys keep advocating for Sony to remove the games from that platform, which is PC, but yet they're buying their games more. Explain to me how that makes sense. You guys keep advocating, we buy our games. Xbox gamers, they don't buy games, but yet you don't even buy your own titles because you're so fixated on playing Xbox games on your Xbox Series P. This is embarrassing, bro. Oh, we PS5 gamers, we buy games, really? 70% of those gamers bought them on Steam. Just like I told you, Capcom said the vast majority of their money is being made off PC. They didn't even say console gaming altogether. They said, nope, we make more money on PC. But yeah, y'all want to say, well, we bought Requiem more than PC gamers. It doesn't matter. PC gamers are supporting more games than they ever had. Y'all was saying, oh, they're a bunch of pirates in the Caribbean, you know, Mr. Johnny going from the Johnny depths of the sea to pull out these PlayStation 5 exclusivity, and they out here buying your games more than even on your own platform. And yet you guys still have faith in console gaming. Okay.
Meaning that really it just feels like this is such an odd case where even the primary demographic, like right now PlayStation sold this as, hey, here's a hardcore PC shooter. This is maybe our last hurrah on basically releasing a big Steam game.
Which is funny. I'm surprised they're even still making games for y'all exclusively, considering that their games are selling better on PC. You ponies don't see it, man. And like I said, if the day Sony pulls games off Steam will be the day they lose even more money. And like I said, man, you're just giving Microsoft more of a foothold to take over the gaming industry, which is already happening right before your eyes. Oh, but we got 92 million hardware. Nobody buying exclusives.
And even then, it just really didn't make the splash.
Support your game. Support the devs.
I do think that now you're level matched. Basically, if you're like basically under level 20, those people are all grouped together. From 20 to 30, those people are grouped together. 40 to 50.
Well, then you need to find some friends so you can play this game. If you're complaining about how difficult these extraction shooters are.
Basically, 50 and above, everybody is grouped in a big pit. Right now, I'm like about level 70, which means I'm going against like level 200 streamers with 800 gold weapons sniping me with thermal scopes across the map.
Well, it is what it is.
Not only is
they do the same thing in Arc Raiders. What are you complaining about?
Not fun. It's basically unplayable.
It's unplayable? You hear that, y'all? The game is unplayable because he can't play the game.
This game is becoming more and more unplayable because as that...
It's unplayable because I can't play it. Wow. I mean, imagine him doing a review. Oh, this game is unplayable. Why do you say that, sir? Because I can't play the game. Oh. That sounds like a skill issue, don't you think?
Tiny player base shrinks more and more and more. It's
because my hands and my Dorito chip fingertips can't I can't get them. What do you mean? You know, I get the Cheeto dust. You know, I thought it would help me get these Mountain Dew gamers, but they still getting me. Oh, wow. Sound like you got a skill issue there, brother. You might want to learn how to play the game.
And this thing where even if you did buy the game, logging on is becoming more and more punishing. Sorry, you logged in. Oh, you accidentally brought a really good gun. Well, everybody else in the lobby is way higher level because there's just not enough people to even populate those high-level lobbies. It's
no different than Arc Raiders.
Basically getting there to get farmed. Do I think this game can be saved? I still think it's possible. But I don't think free-to-play is the point. I don't think changing the art style or trying to appeal to haters is the point. I think the only way to save Marathon is make it fun.
It's to cancel it. That's the only way. You know, put the game out of its misery. And then we got to move on to fair games. I don't even think fair games is even going to get a fair shot. No pun intended.
Make it where every time you play in there, there's some sense of progress, some ability to actually play the game, and not just...
it's called the other person taking your loot. He's progressing while you're decreasing. Whose fault is that? That is a skill issue, bro.
Get perpetually farmed. I do think that having some separate...
They out here picking Dreamcast guy off like they picking up harvesting crops. They playing Harvest Moon with Dreamcast. Every time they see him coming in there, oh, there goes those crops coming out of the dirt again. It's harvest season. Oh, there you go. He dropping the crops. Oh, there goes the gold gun again. I'm being farmed. Dreamcast guy out here sitting like a cow. Moo, moo, moo. And he get mad, bro. I don't even know what's happening. Getting farmed like a chicken. They just sitting there. They just camping out the chicken eggs. God damn it! Every time I got these golden eggs, these thieves, these scoundrels keep taking over walking out with my golden eggs. They spawn camping.
Maybe make duos all the time. Make a mode that doesn't have the rooks.
How about solos? Consider that you can just play the game yourself.
Something to make it where it doesn't feel so desperately scrappy to find.
I mean, if you're complaining in solos, which means that everybody's going in there by themselves, then that would mean it's a skill issue.
Ounce of enjoyment. Maybe it'll bring back these players. And maybe
ain't nobody coming back to this. Next! Fair games. You know, the Concordian timeline has never failed. You know, we're in a timeline where we had Concord, Now we have Concord 2.0, and then the next one's going to be Concord 3.0. The Concordian timeline. I mean, you can't make this up, bro. Sony just can't make games, bro. They can't. Y'all ain't even buying your games, so I don't want to hear none of you ponies talk about, we buy games when you didn't even buy your own marathon. Don't expect us to pick up the slack.
Bring in some fresh blood. But this is just some off-the-cuff thoughts.
Man, listen, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. I mean, you know, he's really going as far to damage control for this game, saying it's doing good. Look at that. We got 10,000 players. One guy in his comment section saying, bro, there's literally 2,000 right now. Stop the cap. This man probably took an old screenshot and decided to use it for this video as if it's new. And what's funny, how come you're not talking about that whole age verification going on with Sony right now? I had to throw that in there because that is going on with the age verification. And ain't none of these ponies saying otherwise. Funny thing is, if this was Xbox, you would have out here made a video on it. But since it's PlayStation, we're going to act like we're going to just throw it under the rug. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, peace out and take care.